Hi there, this is Alexandra Gouteron, health coach. We're going to be starting our live talk in about 5 minutes. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining in. This is a live talk on digestion and immunity. Thank you so much for being here today. Again, I'm Alexandra Gouteron. I'm a health coach with Aloca Wellness. I offer my services in terms of health coaching. I help my clients improve their diet and lifestyle, and I work also on personal development. So we'll be talking today about digestion and immunity because they're both intertwined, and I'm going to tell you how. I'm going to give you some health tips in terms of food, but also in terms of lifestyle, so you can improve your digestion, your gut flora, and also as a result improve your immune system so we can fight off any disease coming up, any virus, build our immune system, strengthen it up. Again, we're going to be starting in about 2 minutes. Welcome everyone. Thank you for being here, for joining us. A couple more minutes until everybody gets ready. Again, I'm based in the south of France, but I work online on Aloca Wellness. I help people improve their diet and their lifestyle through all kinds of dietary and lifestyle changes. I work on detox, I work on digestion, I work on weight loss, I work on reducing stress, improving sleep, boosting the immune system, also food allergies, food intolerances, and any issues related to the guts. So gut permeability as well, inflammation in the body as a result of that, all kinds of digestive issues. Leaky gut also is one of my specialty. Candida is one of it. So again, gut specialist, digestion specialist. So I'll give you plenty of tips today. All right, going to be starting in 1 minute. Right, welcome everyone again. I'm Alexandra Gouteron. I'm a health coach, holistic health coach. I have a tri-dimensional approach to health. I work with the body, the mind, and the spirit. I help my clients improve their diet and lifestyle, and I offer my services on Aloca Wellness. So thank you so much for joining in. I'm going to be starting. So today the topic of this live talk is to give you some tips to help you improve your digestion. And as a result, your immune system, as I was explaining earlier, they're both intertwined. Our immune system lives essentially in our guts. So the stronger our digestion is going to be, the better our gut flora is going to be, obviously the stronger our immune system is going to be. So I'm going to start with digestion first. In order to improve your diet, your digestion, digestive system, you have to focus on a diet that's clean. The more toxins there are in your diet and your environment, the more your digestion is going to be hampered and distressed. So the idea is to eat a whole food based diet, essentially plant-based with some quality protein if you choose to eat them, some healthy fats such as olive oil, coconut oil, any oil derived from nuts and seeds rich in omega-3 is going to be excellent for you. And also some whole grains, preferably devoid of gluten, because gluten is inflammatory and gluten can also attack the lining of the cells, especially for people who have already a compromised digestion. So my recommendation for my clients is always to start reducing, if not removing entirely gluten. Gluten can be found in wheat products, but also barley and spelt as well. And anything that contains gluten is going to create inflammation in your immune system, and your immune system is going to auto-attack itself. So you want to reduce the consumption and replace the gluten grains with some non-gluten grains such as rice, whole rice or red rice or wild rice or black rice will be a good idea, but also quinoa, any color. It comes in like 3 different colors. Also polenta is a good option if you're not sensitive to corn. And millet, and what else do we have? Amaranth and buckwheat also are really good options. Okay, so again, you want to eat a whole food based diet with a variety of macronutrients in terms of carbs, protein, and fats, and you want to reduce your consumption of gluten, which is inflammatory and it hinders your digestion, and also dairy, especially cow's milk based product, because that's also inflammatory. Okay, replace that maybe with plant-based milks and products, yogurts and such, and maybe goat and sheep milk as well, which are a different strain of milk. It's a type A2, which is less inflammatory than A1 that you find in cow's milk. Okay, also sugar on top of being inflammatory and having zero nutritional value is also is going to attack your immune system, and is going to lower your immune system instantly as soon as you eat it. So a good idea to remove sugar. I mean, obviously you can have sugar in a natural form, in the form of fructose in your fruit, fresh or dry, but table sugar is also a good idea to remove from your diet. And for some people also who have food sensitivities, corn and soy, especially in countries like the US, where their production is essentially GMO, is a good idea to remove. What I found in my practice, I used to practice in the US for 10 years, and now I'm in the south of France. What I found in the US is a lot of my clients had all kinds of digestive upset that I'm not seeing in Europe, in France. And that's the result of GMO products. I, as far as I'm concerned, had a lot of digestive distress. That's why I decided to specialize myself in that area. I was able to solve my digestive issues, which had a lot of cascading effects on my nervous system and my sleep and my skin, by removing gluten and sugar, and also mostly removing GMO. And it's really hard in certain countries like the US because they are prevalent in the diet. So again, removing inflammatory products to optimize your digestion. And you want to look at your digestion like a fire pit. We call that Agni in Ayurveda. It's your capacity to burn, to break down your foods, to absorb the nutrients. And whatever is not digested in your stomach is going to turn into toxins. And the more toxins you have in your digestive system, the slower is going to be your digestion. It's almost like a car. If you don't change the oil every now and then, your car is not going to perform optimally. So it goes about the same with your digestive system. You want to have optimal digestion. So to that purpose, you want, like I said, to eliminate any inflammatory foods and any food you might be reacting to. So an elimination diet is a good idea, and I can guide you through that through my counseling. But also eating foods that are organic to reduce your exposure to pesticides, fungicides, GMO, like I was saying earlier, and all kinds of preservatives that they put in food. Eating the closest to nature, whole real foods, trying to pick foods that don't have a list of ingredients is also to be easier for you to digest. For some people who have a really difficult digestion, I go as far as telling them to be careful with raw food, because they can be super hard to digest for some people. You have to really chew them well, and you have to have an Agni that's strong enough, a digestive fire that's strong enough for your body to basically cook the food. Okay, otherwise it can cause all kinds of bloating and IBS issues. So for some people, reducing the consumption of raw food and eating more gently cooked vegetable, they could be steamed, roasted, or sauteed, or in form of soup and juices. They're going to be a lot more gentle for your system to digest. So that's another option also. Including in your diet, in the way you prepare food, a lot of spices. So spices like cinnamon and cardamom and nutmeg and clove in sweet products, sweet foods, and spices like cumin, coriander, and fennel, which are carminative. They absorb gas in your body, and they help with digestion. So try to include them when you prepare your food. Especially my two products for reducing inflammation, two spices and reducing inflammation and improving digestion, is ginger and turmeric. So they come in the form of a root form, in their whole form, but you can find them also in the spice section, in jars. On top of being anti-inflammatory, they're also really good for your digestion. What you can do if you have slow digestion is to drink some warm water, say half an hour before a meal, with a little bit of lemon, a little bit of grated ginger before a meal, and that's going to help create more digestive juices. Okay, you want your body, your digestion, to get started before you even eat your food, and the whole process of thinking about what you're gonna eat is gonna help your body start producing enzymes that are gonna help your body break down the food and digest better and absorb the nutrients better. So thinking about what you're gonna eat, creating an environment that's also relaxing and almost like a little ritual. You can, like, say, put some soft music, take out the nice china and cutlery, put some candles or flowers on the table, sit down at the dinner table. Obviously, that goes without saying. Try not to have any distraction, TV, electronics and such. Try to, if you can, surround yourself with people who are not going to cause any form of stress or, heated debates during your meal. And pausing in between each mouthful, putting your cutlery down, chewing. In Ayurveda, we say as much as 30 times each mouthful. So you really break down your food into juices. That is also going to help you digest better. Try not to drink with your meals. So like I said, you can have a glass of warm water with lemon and ginger half an hour before. You can drink to your heart's content throughout the day. But during meals, I recommend not to drink or sip a little bit of room temperature or herbal teas. For example, rooibos chai, with warm spices could be good. But stay away from any cold beverages, and even more so iced beverages. That's the worst. It's just like putting the fire off in your digestive system. So stay away from that. Not too many liquids. Eat until you're about 80% full, leaving room for 20% of the gastric juices and the mechanical movement of your stomach to grind basically the food, because your stomach does not have teeth. So you really want to leave enough space for your stomach to process all that food, break it down mechanically and also chemically throughout all the enzymes and gastric juices. So that's also a key component. So focusing on that, you can also include during your meals some fermented beverages and foods. For example, kefir and kombucha, which contain enzyme and probiotics, are really good to have a little bit of during your meals or after your meal. Like a small shot, at the end of your meal of kefir or kombucha, or maybe a tablespoon of fermented vegetables. A little goes a long way. So these again contains good guys that are going to help you digest better. What else? Food combination rule for people who have very distressed digestion is to respect a certain rule of not mixing together protein, animal protein if you choose to eat them, with carbs. So for example, you don't want to mix meat with potatoes, or chicken and rice, or fish and pasta. These are super hard for your body to break down. Your body likes simple combination. It doesn't like too many food groups at the same time. So what I recommend is usually, and that's an Ayurvedic principle, to have, say, your animal protein for lunch, which your body needs to have more, to fill you up more and to give you more energy throughout the day, and also because they're harder to break down in the evening. So have your animal protein for lunch with a ton of vegetables, say like half of your plate at least with vegetables in a raw and cooked form. You want yang and yin foods in your plate. Variety of colors, aim for like the rainbow, not necessarily in one day, but at least at the end of the week you want to have all the rainbow of vegetables and fruits. And then having, say, your carbs or your vegan protein like lentils, legumes in the evening, with whole grains, non-gluten whole grains in the evening, and always some healthy fats with that. Say about 10-20% of your meal should contain plant-based fats, so non-animal fats, okay, like olive oil, coconut, avocado, omega-3 oils are really good because they're going to help you feel more satiated, and also are going to be really good for people who have constipation. You need lubrication in your digestion for you to be regular. So that's also a good idea. If you have difficulty digesting, I recommend you maybe include some apple cider vinegar. So either you just use it in your salad mix, for example, just mix some oil with apple cider vinegar, or you can gently sip it in a small glass, room temperature, with your meal or in between your meals. That's usually really good to break down if you have overindulged with animal protein, or if you have a hard time breaking down because you have a low HCl, especially for blood type A people. We don't have a lot of acid to break down animal protein. So you can use like a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in a glass of warm water or room temperature water to help you break down the flesh of the animal. And also apple cider vinegar contains a lot of enzymes which are really good, and probiotics to help your digestion. In terms of supplements, I like to keep things very simple. What I usually recommend is two things: a good quality probiotics. I had this one at home that I wanted to show you. This one's really good also for the immune system, so it's double bonus. It's from Orfito. I buy it in France. You can buy it at the health food store or even like the pharmacy. You take that first thing in the morning with, say, some lemon water, warm water with a little bit of lemon juice, which is going to help make your body alkaline. It's going to help with your digestion and cleanse your digestive organs. Again, the cleaner your digestion, your digestive organs are, the smoother your digestion is going to be. And then if you really have digestive issues on top of all the recommendations that I just gave you, I like to recommend my clients to take a digestive enzyme. This one is non-animal based, so it's good for vegan people. I'm not vegan. I eat animal protein for lunch and I eat vegan for dinner. I can't have gluten and dairy, but this one's really good because it doesn't contain any animal byproducts. And it's a good brand from Soldar. And that's usually the only supplements that I recommend. And I mean, I do have a protocol, and that will be the topic of another live talk, a protocol for people who have a really distressed digestive system, who have leaky gut of food intolerances or inflammation in the body, where we'll talk about repairing the gut. But that's a complete other topic that I will tackle alone, because it's pretty big in itself. So again, like I was saying, your immune system lays in your digestive system. So you want to make sure you have a strong Agni, strong digestive system, by following all those tips. And then when it comes to the immune system, if you already are taking probiotics, if you are taking some enzymes, you're eating slowly and mindfully, you're chewing well, you have quality foods, you try not to drink too much with your meals, you practice the food combination, also eating your fruit away from your meal because they create a lot of bloating. So you want to eat them on an empty stomach, say as a snack, mid-morning or mid-afternoon. And if you still have some digestive upset, you can take some herbal teas that do contain ginger, mint, lemon balm, fennel, coriander, and cumin. There's actually a recipe on my website for that. That helps with bloating and gas that you can make yourself after a meal. Walking after a meal also is really good to boost your digestion. And practicing all kinds of yoga movements. If you go on my website and you go on my YouTube channel, you'll find the link there on my website, alexandraleny.com. I give the recipe of that digestive tea, so you can find it there. Again, so yoga moves, yoga twists especially are going to be really good for your digestion. And I have some videos that are aimed towards improving digestion and immunity, yoga videos, so you can look them up on my YouTube channel. Okay, so that was the part for digestion. I want to just tackle immunity because that's also a big topic that I could give a live talk about. But again, the topic of today is mostly digestion and how by improving digestion you can improve your immune system, because it lays essentially in your guts. So the healthier your guts, the stronger your digestive fire is, and the better the good bacteria in your digestive system is, the stronger your immune system is. Again, with the immune system, just to tackle it quickly, if you follow those digestive tips, that's going to help a lot. You want to stay away from sugar, which weakens your immune system instantly. You want to make sure you get plenty of sleep, good quality sleep. The less we sleep, the more we are prone to falling sick. The more stressed we are, also the more prone we are to falling sick. So whatever practice that helps you reduce stress, whether it be breathing, meditation, whether it be yoga or any energy healing work like the ones that I do in my practice here in Aix, like Reiki or access bars, are going to help reduce your stress level, your anxiety, and any other issues that may weaken your immune system. Also, yoga practice aimed towards reducing stress, calming the nervous system down is really good, and I have videos on that. And then in terms of food, usually the best foods to support your immune system are going to be fermented foods. Like I said earlier, kefir, kombucha, and kimchi and kvass are really good because they contain good probiotics and enzymes. I like to recommend obviously citrus because they're full of vitamin C naturally, seafood because they're full of zinc also, so zinc is really good to include in your diet. Medicinal mushrooms, so either you cook with them like reishi and shiitake, or you buy a supplement like this one. That's the British one. It contains reishi, shiitake, maitake, cordyceps, lion's tail. Basically, that's a really good one. You can take also some seaweed that support the immune system. You can also include garlic and onion. They are really good antibacterial, immune supportive, and spices like cinnamon, cardamom. Herbs like say sage and rosemary and thyme are really good for the immune system, and elderberry and echinacea, which you can find also in supplement form. Aromatherapy as well is really good. You can diffuse them. Tea tree oil, sarrow, ravinsara, pine, eucalyptus oil are really good for your respiratory tract, lungs and nose. Citrus oils like lemon oil is really good for killing bacteria in your environment, so you can diffuse them. You can sniff them up, put them on your wrist if you're not sensitive, dilute them in oil-based if you want. Washing your hands versus using antibacterial gel as much as you can. This is the best way to get rid of germs. Airing your room out often, exposing yourself to oxygen because bacteria and viruses do not like oxygen, so try to walk out in nature, try to breathe more deeply, practice pranayama, breathing, practice yoga. Connecting with nature is going to help you ground down and reduce your stress, and that also boosts the immune system. What else? I think I've covered quite a lot. I'm not sure how far I am into that speech. I wanted to do 15, but I'm sure that's way beyond. But anyway, what I wanted to say is, again, if you strengthen your digestive system, you will, as a result, strengthen your immune system. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to contact me on alokawellness.com. I can help you improve your diet and lifestyle, and also work on any issues related to personal development, any issues in relation to detoxification, improving your diet, your exercise regimen, weight loss, immune system, hormonal balance, sleep, stress reduction, emotion management, any of those topics. Again, feel free to contact me and maybe schedule a session with me on Aloka Wellness. Anyway, I hope this live talk was helpful. Feel free to go on my website, alexandraleny.com, for more free information, videos, and recipes to support your digestion and immune system. I thank you so much for joining us today. It was a great pleasure to be of service and to share some tips with you. I hope you found them helpful. And we'll probably see each other again shortly for another talk. The next one's going to be on gut healing, so working on food sensitivities and inflammation, and gut permeability, and any other inflammatory issues. So again, thank you so much for being here. Have a great night or day, depending on wherever you are on the planet, and we'll see each other soon. Take care.